My name is Michael Katz. My interest in the Committee on Human Rights has been based on the fact that I'm a refugee from Europe and arrived in the United States at the age of 18. I was living in Warsaw under an assumed identity because I'm Jewish. And I was in the concentration camp for that reason. But I escaped from there and spent the rest of the war as somebody else with a different name and pretending not to be Jewish, of course. At the end of the war, I chose not to stay in Poland, where I was from originally. So I wound up ultimately in a displaced persons camp in Germany, and there was left until such opportunity as it might be presented itself to emigrate. I became, as you can imagine, intensely concerned with discrimination. A Committee on Human Rights was the very important channel through which I could express my interests in ecumenism, if that is the proper term. And so I happened to be going for WHO to Belarus for a program that I had to be involved with, and had a call from Committee on Human Rights. We understand you're going to Minsk. Would you be willing to speak to one of the people whom we are protecting at the moment? I said, of course. So, and I speak Russian, so there was no difficulty. And he was a biologist. He was under house arrest, but I was permitted to visit him. He was a man who, in front of me, just as you are sitting in front of me, was not free. I was free. I could walk out, do anything, and he wasn't. And that was a terrible recognition in a very paradoxical kind of a situation. One of the things that are extremely important for people who are discriminated against, whether they are arrested or otherwise discriminated, is to know that there are people outside who worry about them. That message is overwhelming. Knowing, if you got a Christmas card, for example, being in jail for no reason at all, just knowing that someone is thinking about it is very, very helpful. It doesn't resolve anything automatically, but is one of the, it's like taking an analgesic when you have a headache. Doesn't resolve your cause of the headache, but knowing that you can be, that the headache can be ameliorated is very, very important. And I am very pleased that one of the activities of the Committee of Human Rights is interaction with these people. Yes, you're not forgotten. Very important. If I see discrimination, I can try to overcome that, or at least to identify it, or at least to alert people who may not be so perceptive because of their more cushy background. Yes, I obviously, I do not remain silent. I make noise. Some noise is positive, some noise is not, but I try to make positive noise.